in St. Louis Park. My name might ring some bells. Last November I wrote an article for my school newspaper entitled "Life as a Gay Teenager" that started a little bit of a controversy, but today I'm here to talk about marriage. 1 month and 1 week ago, I turned 18. When most of my friends turn 18, they do the traditional coming-of-age rituals like buying a pack of cigarettes or a lottery ticket. But what did I do? I registered to vote. Because one day, when I was in the 7th grade, I was walking home from school when I saw some little kids playing in their yard. Of course, I was the ripe old age of 13, and I looked fondly back on the carefree days of my youth, when I decided that when I grew up, I would make sure that my family and then I stopped. I stood there, and at that moment, I watched my American dream die. I would never get married. I would never have kids. I would never have a family. I had only realized that I was gay that previous December, and I had thought that I'd become used to the sense of loss and isolation. But the grief that I felt in that moment overshadowed anything that I had ever felt before. That day I lost my patriotic innocence. America was no longer a home offering me freedom, justice, and equality. Not having the right to marry was not something that I could come to terms with as a 13-year-old. And it is something that I still have not come to terms with today. For 5 years, my anger built up inside of me. Time and time again, the nation voted in candidates that worked against my rights. Classmates used my sexuality as an insult and a slur. Even my own archbishop went to the lengths of producing a video that called for further discrimination against me. Fed up, I decided to do something. So in response, I wrote an article for my school newspaper outlining some of the things that my straight friends might not know that I had to go through every day as a gay teenager. And although I found a small bit of hatred and bigotry in the controversy thereafter, it could not compare to the love and understanding that overwhelmed me. Countless people stopped me in the halls, posted on my Facebook wall, sent me emails, and a few even wrote me letters, all affirming my decision to speak out. Finally, they too had the chance to come out of the woodwork and voice their support. More and more kids are turning 18, and a new generation is starting to have its say. I know that my generation is going to use this newfound voice to stop any law or policy that prevents a 13-year-old or anyone from dreaming.